So the problem with this LG aircon, there's the model number LST186L. It's about 15 years old. Is that it can turn on from here. You open this and you can turn it on, switch it off, but the remote doesn't work anymore. And it's not the remote, because I used to fix the solder board, but this time it's just given up completely, this receiver board. So I ordered another part, which I'll show just now, to replace. But in order to do that, I have to remove this front panel and all the screws, which are described shortly. And then I also have to, of course, switch off the aircon at the isolator. So first things first, in order to remove this, you can see the wires from here are leading down into this, behind this circuit board protector. So I'm first going to remove these two filters. Those were the filters that filter the air. Put them down. There they are. And now I need to find the screws that hold this. There's one screw there, and I see a whole lot of screws underneath the vent. You can see there. I think there are some on the sides that need to come out. So I've also removed the grid cover, which is this thing. Just be careful when dismantling it, because these things can actually break a bit. I was fortunate that I didn't, but this one just cracked a little bit underneath here, but I've super glued it since. So yeah, the screws that need to come out. You can see one of them in there. I will loosen all of them. Then I think I don't see any more around here, so I suppose they're just at the bottom. But let me first try and remove this cover and see what happens. So there's only those 3 screws at the bottom, which I've removed. So 1, 2, and 3. Then the instructions say I should remove or disconnect these wires. Says here, separate the black lead wire from the white connector. Remove screws, 3 each. Pull grow from chassis carefully. So I need to remove those 2 and then do that. So now, as you can see, the aircon is completely naked, and there are the covers on the table. So I need to now get in there and remove those wires. So this is what I'm replacing. It just clips in. It's got some wires running around the edge, coming around the corner here. I'll have to undo this cable tie and unclip it from the main circuit board over here. So you follow those wires from here they come to the main board over there, and they simply just slip in and out of here. I pull the one out and the other one is blue. Simply just pull them out they are, and this should break free. So here's the old one. But I noticed that there's an improvement in the spec. This is the old one. You can see the number and the way it looks, whereas firstly you can see the model number has changed. It's now 6871A 20391H, and this is 6871A, it's not focusing, 20227H. So and then you can look here, I'll just show you this now. You can see the difference. The new one is at the bottom. It's completely adulterated or got an epoxy on it to keep it, probably to keep it at the same conditions as in factory. The old one, this is the problem. This thing started not working. You can see I tried to solder it a few times. It fixed it, but I think there's some corrosion or something that takes place in here. So that's the comparison of the two. You can see they've replaced the receiver as well with a different one. Yeah, but everything else appears exactly the same, and let's hope it works. So now this is everything put back into place. Wires running underneath the supports and going up. I didn't cable tie this again because no point. It's got two supports here and there and going into the board. Now you can't switch this thing on without the safety switches, so I have to put the cover back on and then only can I test it. So I've put the cover back on, as you can see, not the final cover, but I haven't screwed in the base screws here, 1, 2, 3, because I first want to test it in case the part is defective, so I have to switch on the mains. So now the mains is on, the aircon is doing its so-called warm up just when you switch the power on. Now I've got to just find that remote again. Here it is. So let's see. Voila, it's working. And yeah, I can choose my temperature, I can switch it off. I can put the plasma mode on. As you can see, yeah, the part works. So this is the part number. This is the part number that repairs this PCB. Okay, it all seems to be working well now. Everything is fully assembled, and you can test it with the remote. Put the plasma filter on and see there it goes off. Temperature 28, 9. Everything seems to be fine. We'll just wait to see what happens when it warms up. So as a demonstration that it's working, I've got this handheld thermal gun, and you can see as we go closer how the temperature shoots up. So definitely working, blowing hot air. You can see that about 40 degrees inside there. So yeah, definitely works.